Welcome back to Wednesday Night Sports.
Tonight, we are doing the same thing as last week, where we're going to do a two-parter. First part, we'll be reviewing the Week 11 Top 25, and part 2 will be the flip side of predicting.
We'll be predicting the Week 12 scores.
Yep.
There were a lot of good games this weekend, and I am one happy person.
Me too.
Anyway, so for the first part, kind of like what Trevor said last week, we're going to be reviewing Week 11 first and reviewing the scores, our thoughts on the games, thoughts on teams, thoughts on overrated, underrated, that kind of stuff. But
Exactly.
So the first game that we'll be going over was number 2 Ohio State versus unranked Purdue.
Purdue got slammed.
They got
like
shut
I
out
said.
for the second time this year.
Purdue was trash.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Stick to basketball.
Yeah.
Honestly, Ohio State absolutely destroyed Purdue. Not even a close game. I don't even know who watched that game.
No one.
Exactly. I mean, did you, Gus Johnson, he was broadcasting it or commentating, and Ohio State had a scoop and score. And all he said was, oh, fumble, Ohio State picks it up, they score, because nobody cares.
No one watched it.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably had the lowest viewership of the week.
Yeah.
Keeping it real.
That was terrible.
Only Ohio State fans would watch that.
Yeah.
But even then, they probably saw it was like, no, this game's over.
Yeah.
No point to watch.
Nope. But I will say Ohio State might be better than what I've been thinking, just based off of what I saw against Penn State. I mean, again, every team has their bad games, and that game wasn't that fun. But, I think I didn't see how good Ohio State really is. I mean, again, a shutout against Purdue isn't nothing crazy, but they played good.
A shutout nonetheless is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they just played really good.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. There's nothing else to say other than Purdue's hot garbage.
Yep.
This is my personal second favorite game of the week.
Oh.
Georgia Tech beats number 4 Miami.
I watched this entire game just because I wanted to see Miami lose.
What do I say here that just hurts Miami fans? No one likes you.
Yeah, no one likes you.
Overrated as beans. Everyone knew it.
Yep.
I mean, you have a good quarterback. Highly overrated still.
Yeah, I think he's very over. Just because of the teams he's played. I mean,
they've played no comp.
Exactly.
And they're still losing.
Yep.
Miami's pathetic.
Yeah. Honestly.
They should have dropped further in the rankings.
Yeah.
Personally.
I agree. I mean, at least not in top 15. You couldn't take them out of the – you couldn't put them in, bottom of the top 25.
Yeah. Not after
out of top 15, I think. Just because that win proves a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
it bumped Boise State and SMU out of the bracket. That is pathetic.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Not fair at all. And SMU's first in the ACC because of that loss. I agree. Miami, very overrated. Again, shouldn't be put at 12th. I mean, I don't know how they're still even in the bracket as of now. I think they're still going to find a way to sneak them in there, though. But I think if they lose the ACC championship, they should just be booted.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I mean, they should be. But it really comes down to if SMU loses another game this season, though.
Yeah. Moving on. Number 5, Texas stomps Florida. Florida is trash.
Well, yeah, and Quinn Ewers had best game of his collegiate career that game. Well, at least passing touchdown-wise. Threw 5 and 333 yards. It's crazy. But I still think he's a little overrated. I don't think he's as good as people think. He shouldn't be talked about in the Heisman race this year, just because there's a lot of good candidates. But
I mean, was he ever in the conversation this year?
Well, he was like start of the season. Then he got injured. Arch Manning balled out, and then he came back, played
Yeah.
like hot trash against
Well,
Georgia.
If you even get injured, your Heisman chances are over.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he was only out for like 2 weeks, and I
Yeah.
think Texas had a bye week too. But yeah, no, they blew Florida out. I don't know much about Florida this year because I don't care. I only care like SEC wise. I only care about like teams that are actually playing good, just because I want them to lose.
exactly.
So
Yeah. I like this game. Ole Miss beat Georgia. I actually like Ole Miss.
oh, I do too.
Keeping it real. Ole Miss just has some. I like them.
Yeah.
For an SEC team, they've got to be my favorite of all of them. Part of that is just because their uniforms are just clean.
Yes, I love it. Oh,
And
love Jackson
I
Dart, too.
I like Jackson Dart.
Yeah, no, I agree. And this just proves Georgia's not as good as people thought either.
No.
Carson,
Georgia,
actually, I'll say Carson Beck. Georgia's defense did what they could for
Yeah.
the game.
I mean, Jackson Dart went out injured for a drive, but even their backup
I
cooked.
don't know his first name, Simmons.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. Georgia they did what they defensive wise they did what
Like,
they could.
It's funny because Georgia has as many losses this year as they did in the past 4 years.
That's
Like,
actually crazy.
That's just, I mean, that is a tough stat. Only losing 2 games across 4 seasons. I mean,
Yeah.
they had 4 perfect seasons or 3. They just lost in the playoffs once, and they lost in their championship game last year.
Yep.
But
Oh, they got snubbed last year, I think. But yeah, no, I mess with Ole Miss. I'm super glad they won. Georgia's not as good as we think, so I'll say slightly overrated. I don't want to say super overrated, but slightly. And Carson Beck, don't know why you're even playing for Georgia because you suck.
he's ugly too.
Yeah, his eyes are pretty far apart. But yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that wraps up Ole Miss versus Georgia. Next game, Michigan at Indiana. Final score was 20-15 for Indiana.
Michigan is not as bad as I thought. Not after that.
Either that or Indiana's not as good as
Good.
we thought.
I mean,
But we'll find out when they play Ohio State.
and Ohio State is actually good.
They're better than we thought.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good game to watch, Indiana against Ohio State. But, yeah, no, this game, I didn't watch it because I honestly thought Indiana was going to destroy Michigan. But 5-point game.
Yeah. That is impressive to say.
Yeah, especially for this year's Michigan team.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you lose your head coach and your starting QB.
Yep.
I mean, besides that, they're almost the same team.
Yep.
But
You know, a lot closer than what I thought, which is
Yeah.
kind of – that's why I'm excited for the Ohio State game. I think that'll really test Indiana this season.
I agree. After, we have Kansas beating Iowa State.
Iowa State, super overrated. and
Iowa
this game
State
proved it.
is one of the most fraudulent teams in all of college football right now.
Yep.
I don't even care to say that very harshly. They are not good.
Nope.
They won't make the Big 12 chip. It'll be Colorado.
Yep.
Everyone knows it.
Yeah, no. Colorado's good. They're a dangerous team
Yeah.
right now. But,
Overrated,
yeah.
but still good.
Everybody
Deny.
just thinks there's because of Coach Prime, Travis Hunter.
Coach Prime will win Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
And it'll be a popularity vote.
Yep. Yeah, no. Very overrated.
Yeah.
But I can't go against Coach Prime. I mean, he's a heck of
He's
a
good.
coach.
He's good.
And he knows how to hype up his team too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Iowa State very overrated. You can't be losing to Kansas. And how
That
is it even
badly.
that high of a scoring game too?
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna let Kansas drop 45 on you?
At home too.
Yeah,
Iowa State lost at home.
it's actually so sad.
Crazy.
So sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Iowa State overrated. They're not gonna make Big 12 chip. It's gonna be Colorado.
Yep.
Um,
Speaking of Colorado, that is
yep,
our next
that
game.
is the next game.
They slammed Texas Tech, which
Yeah.
I was rooting for Tech.
Oh, I was
I
too.
like Texas Tech.
I did too.
Um,
Only because they beat Iowa State. But now I'm understanding Iowa State's just not good.
Yeah. Or maybe Colorado's just better than we thought, you know.
That too. I
Which-
think they are better than what we thought. But
It's both.
yeah.
I mean, Tech was leading at halftime, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Or
they were.
at least it was
By like
very
3,
close.
I think it was very
But
close.
Colorado is the better team and rallied back. Yeah.
Yeah. Colorado's just, I don't know, little worried, but we'll see. They play Utah next week.
Yeah.
So
Except Utah's trash.
yeah, very bad.
Trash. Or,
Very bad.
sorry. You guys got robbed. I'm so sorry for you guys.
Yeah, it wasn't a holding.
Pathetic.
Penalty. It wasn't a holding. They shouldn't have called that.
Disgusting officiating.
Yep.
I think we should actually talk to the commissioner.
Yeah,
for
I
him.
did too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, they need to fire
Nah.
the refs.
Keep
too.
coping, Utah.
Yeah.
Keep coping.
Honestly, I mean, even despite the penalty, you still let them drive.
Yeah. It's not
50
like that
plus
penalty
yards.
won BYU the game.
Nope.
They
You
still had
guys
to go
just-
down, make plays, and kick a field goal.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe you should cut your secondary
Yep.
before yelling at us.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, next game, Oregon versus Maryland. Dylan Gabriel broke the record for most passing touchdowns or most touchdowns in college football history.
Because dude's old.
He's played for 3 teams.
He has the most college career starts.
Yep. Yeah.
In
But, I
history.
mean, he is balling out.
He is good. He's like Bo Nix all over again.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
But yeah, no, they played Maryland. They won 39-18. I mean, can't call it a close game. They won by 21. But just looking
Man,
at the score, it
Maryland-
makes it look a lot closer.
Maryland still put up 18,
Yeah.
I will say, which
Against
is
Oregon.
impressive.
Yep.
But Oregon is
Yeah.
just
Oregon's
dominant.
Oregon. They're on top. But anyway, there's
All
not
right,
much
so-
to talk about. But now we
Notre
got-
Dame beats Florida State 52-3.
Yep.
Florida State, you're the worst team in college football. Kennesaw State would beat you.
Yeah.
I'm moving on.
Valid.
Do you want to add anything to that?
Oh no, you put it perfectly.
Good.
You guys suck.
Alabama rolls LSU. Jalen Milroe did what? 5 rushing touchdowns? Or was it
4 or
4?
5. 4
or
I
5?
don't remember. 4 or 5 rushed for like 185 yards. One of them was like a 79-yard run. Holy crap. So either LSU's just straight garbage or Bama's actually like getting fired up. near the end of the
LSU,
season.
both. I'd say both.
Yeah.
I'd say
Because Bama
more
just looks
LSU's
so
trash,
confident out there.
but Bama's definitely
Yeah.
they want to make it to the playoffs.
I think Jalen Milroe's like finally picking it up.
yeah.
I mean, I can't say he's like struggled, but he's just not playing as good as everyone thought. But that game, he played outstanding. But yeah, there's not much to talk about other than LSU, you suck. Bama, you could be a dangerous team again.
Yeah.
Moving on, number 24 Mizzou versus Oklahoma.
Oklahoma had that game in the bag. Game
How
was
do you-
stolen. It was stolen.
How do you fumble the ball and let them scoop it up and score for the win? You guys had the ball with like 30 seconds left.
Fumbling. Oh.
Oh my gosh! Like there is no way that actually happened. Like that's just sad.
Yeah, that is
Like
very
as an
sad.
Oklahoma fan, I would be just done, because you guys suck this year. like hot trash, and you guys should have never gone to the SEC.
I still don't know if they'd be even good in the Big 12 this year.
There's a lot of good teams in the Big 12, and Oklahoma just doesn't have a good team.
Yeah, you can't really say for sure. But, yeah, no, they are hot garbage.
Yeah, agreed, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Recap, just terrible.
Get better.
Terrible last play. So, yeah, moving on. Penn State versus Washington. It is a whiteout at Penn State at night, and they win 35-6. Washington, you're straight trash. Penn State, I can't say you're better than what I thought just because it's Washington. It's at home. It's a whiteout. We all know how you guys play, especially when it's a night game. But you guys shouldn't be even right there by the top 5, I think.
No.
You guys should be out of the top 10.
I agree. They haven't.
I think you could put Penn State at 12 over Miami.
Yeah. I would still put SMU and Boise over Penn State.
Yeah, I would too. But yeah, no, I don't know. We'll have to see. The Big 12 is an interesting conference this year. There's a lot of good teams. So,
yeah,
we'll see how it plays out. But
Boise State with a near loss to Nevada here. I'm going to be honest, Boise State had a bad game.
Yeah, they did. Ashton Jonty did not, though.
Nevada played like their life was on the line.
Yep.
And good on them. I mean, I was dogging on them all week, or all episode last week. But they're not as bad as I thought. Or maybe they just got lucky.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
It is hard to tell because, I mean, they also had a close game against UNLV. But, so, I think, they should win the Mountain West. But, yeah, if they make playoffs, then I think that'll be their big test.
Yeah.
And that'll show whether or not they're actually, as good as people thought they were or just not as good. I don't know. We'll see. The last game we're talking about.
Go Cougars. That's
Yep.
all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it real. BYU played horrible.
Oh, that was the worst game they've played all year.
Their defense locked in the second half.
Yep.
I mean, Utah had the ball on the
shut
50-yard
out
line
Utah.
like 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
Kept them to a 3-and-out every time.
The offense just couldn't get anything going for them.
That is why Utah lost.
Yep.
Not to a controversial holding call.
Nope.
And over the weekend, I was talking with my cousin, and I mean, we had the same thoughts, and he just said, every game in every football game will have one bad call, one controversial call, and one missed call.
Yep.
That'll happen every time.
Yeah.
Was that the case in this game? 100%.
Yep.
Was that call one of those? No.
Nope.
That call was,
I agree 100%.
bro got his jersey right here, got him off
Yeah,
balance.
Isaiah Glasgow.
And
you get called for a face mask when you grabbed his jersey. You didn't even touch his helmet. They called that, and all the Utah fans are saying, oh, well, that didn't play a big part in the game. That led to Utah getting the ball back and scoring.
yeah.
Because it was a third down when that happened. You guys got a free first down, and then you guys went and scored the ball.
Yep.
You can't say that didn't have a big part in it because you guys didn't score the rest of the game after that. So if that didn't get called, BYU would have beat you guys by at least 10.
And I am going to say, in real time, it looked like a face mask.
Oh, yeah.
Because his head definitely got snapped back.
But the review, you review the call?
And it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to just stand here being petty about it.
Yeah.
Did that make us
We're
look?
the
No.
bigger people
Yeah.
than
Sit
Utah.
down.
Because, honestly, you guys did not handle that well.
And your athletic director is pathetic.
We won this game. Someone else stole it from us. Very disappointed. I will talk to the commissioner. This was not fair to our team. I'm disgusted by the professionalism of the officiating crew tonight.
Oh yeah.
I hope
we're
he
gonna
watches
talk
this
to the
one day.
commissioner. Then you get fined $40,000. You're such.
Then
a
he had to
loser,
come out
dude.
with a public statement about it, or else he was gonna get fired.
Yeah, exactly.
So funny, dude.
But did you know that's what the final penalty was called at the end
Yeah.
of the game on Utah?
Yeah, it was on the-
because he was
Yeah.
giving mouth to the ref. It's so
What a
pathetic.
bum.
I will talk to the commissioner.
But I mean, I will say the holding call, obviously, it was a big thing for BYU, but
It
like
didn't
we said, it didn't
make
win
them
BYU
win
the game.
It didn't win them the game.
Utah still let BYU drive 50+ yards
Mm.
and kick a game-winning field goal.
Yep.
That's all there is to it. You guys just
He sold.
yeah.
You can't
did.
win a football game by going up 21 in the second quarter and then just
21 to
losing
10.
it. Yeah.
You guys were up by 11 points. You had all the momentum you needed going into the second half, and you blew it.
Yeah. It's like running a marathon or any race for that matter.
Yep.
If you blow everything out at the beginning, you can't finish that race by the end.
Yeah.
You're going to burn out and you'll be tired.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Not saying that you guys were tired, but they just couldn't perform.
Yeah. But I don't know what it is with Jake Retzloff in the 2-minute drill, but it's actually insane.
Goat. The
Like-
goat. Will Farron's my goat, though.
Yep. Will Ferrin, you're so like seeing him smile on the sidelines before he
Yeah.
even kicked it. I was like, oh, there's
knew.
no way he misses this.
Mhm.
But yeah, no. Utah, you have no excuses.
Someone else stole it from us.
Well,
I don't care if I get hate for this, but
Well, if you hate for this, just know that it's okay to cry.
Yep.
Just keep coping. You'll heal eventually. I mean, I'd know 9 straight losses to you guys. It hurt.
oh yeah, it's.
But we're
sucks
back,
being
baby.
a BYU fan sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. This is BYU's year. Utah,
Yeah.
just leave.
If BYU wins the national title this year, I will shave my head and put a nice BYU print right there.
How about if you lose? Or if BYU lose, like say they make the natty, then lose.
I'll
you
put a Utah. I'll put Utah on my head.
Okay.
If BYU makes it to the
You
natty
heard
and
it here
loses.
first.
Yeah.
He will be doing it. I will make sure it happens.
Yeah.
I'm not. I've already buzzed my head and it sucked.
You should buzz your head with me.
No.
Like nomads.
It was a one-time thing, bro. It was so bad. My head's already so big. It made it just look even worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, that recaps week 11 top 25 football scores.
Yep.
But
Don't mind the dogs.
yeah, sorry. They are very loud and annoying. But yeah, no, that is the recap. So now we will be going on and predicting the
Yeah. So you can jump into episode 2, or not
Yeah.
episode 2, part 2 of this. Yeah. We'll see you there.
Yep.
We won this game. Someone else stole it from us.